Good evening, my trainer maniacs. And welcome to another video. I'm Lord Keith. Sorry, I was just having a drink so I don't get dry before I start. Today, I am running the Peninsula Corridor. At the moment, I am parked at San Jose. I'm going to be doing the 41-mile journey on the class 166, the GWR 166. It's a diesel, top speed of 100 miles an hour. There are 100 coaches on board, and we're going to be heading off in very shortly. As you can see by the stats, it's 100 coaches, it's 4,388.7 tonnes, and it's 1.5 miles long. Now, I've set up various waypoints. This train is capable of coping without derailment. So let's get started, shall we? We'll shut the doors. We've got an amber light to leave. 10 mile an hour restriction, but below that we're off. I shall go back outside of the train. As you know me, I like to sit on the front, as if I've got a chair here, and we shall make our move. Below the speed restriction because it's non-stop all the way through. Nice clear view this time. Excuse my cough. It's a beautiful day here where I live. I don't know about where you live. The sun's been out all day. And it's been absolutely glowing down. It's been gorgeous. It's been cold like. Back, you know, proper spring day, I have to say. Not that that matters much. Because spring will be summer soon. And what comes with summer? Sunshine. And I love sunshine. I do, I love sunshine. A lot of people would agree with me. Certain person in my family who is a winter baby and he loves the weather being freezing cold. But not me. No, definitely not me. We're up to 60 mile an hour already. Really fast train this, you know, really fast train. I must admit I do like this train. I like to keep it somewhat under restriction, but when I'm setting off, there's no chance of that. No chance, I can't be bothered. Same as doing service, you know. I don't always like doing the service. I don't mind, don't get me wrong, I don't mind doing the service runs. Especially in this game. The thing that does bug me though is the fact that some of the tracks are so long that you're there forever, you know, on the service. It takes hours and hours and hours. Really good train this, like I said. It's not got too bad a sounding horn on it. It's obviously does a bit, you know. I wish you could do the two-tone from the joypad, but you can't, unfortunately. I know I'm on the wrong side of the tracks. I did say I'd set it up to go various places. We're going through sidings and we're going through different sections. Try and keep this little speed for a bit. If you notice, there are speed restrictions coming in, and I don't like to go more than 20 mile an hour above the limit over that. It's not because of what they are, it's the fact that I don't like to derail the train if I can help it. But the 166 copes very well with points. Excuse my cough. Yeah, it copes pretty well with points. I'll tell you what it is good at, this train. It's good on the antelope line. As long as you can hold back the speed. There's a certain point just after a tunnel where if you're going from Lancaster to Los Angeles, if you're travelling in that direction from Lancaster to Los Angeles, there's a certain section as you approach the straight bit down at the back end of the track, and it tells you to do 35 mile an hour as a maximum. The thing is, if you go just 5 miles an hour over the 35, it'll derail you. And it doesn't matter what train you use, you know, even this train here, 5 mile an hour over the 35 and it'll derail you. I tried it the other day and it was straight off, and I was only doing 38, and I thought to myself, well, this is a really good train, you know, that it handles the tracks and the points well. So what's wrong there? And then I figured out what it was. It's on a steep slope. It's on a steep downward slope. You've not long since come out of the tunnel, and it heads down to this corner. It's still picking up speed as from coming out of the tunnel, and trying to hold it back is hard because it's like 2.1 gradient going down, and it doesn't hold it very well. It picks it up. You don't even just take your eyes off the screen for 10 seconds and you're over your limit. You know, and it's unfortunate, but I suppose that's part of the test of the track, isn't it? You know, that's what you do. Anyway, enough of that. You know, if you've got the antelope line, give it a go. If you've got a 166, take it out on there. Great fun to drive. It's a fantastic track. Excuse me. It's a long way. It's a long journey. Just, I will say it's very twisty. And if you're going to go out on there, just watch what you're doing. Because it can be challenging. Great fun though. It is great fun. I did it in the snow. Oh my word, it was amazing. I put the brakes on. I used a 142 and I put the brakes on, and the wheels locked, and I must have gone 3 miles sliding because it wouldn't stop. It was funny, it was comical. And I thought to myself, is it ever going to stop? And it got on this downward section, and it was still going, come off the rails, because it wouldn't cope. But I like to test the train like that, you see. I don't know if you do anything like that yourself, and to me it's fun. Nobody gets hurt because there's nobody on board, you know, the trees are empty. Not even the driver gets hurt if you book the track, it's not even real, is it? You know, it's just a cartoon character, if you like. And what better fun than, you know, a nice bit of playing about. There's nothing wrong with it, is there? Especially if you're bored. But I hope you've been enjoying, my videos and what have you. I'm still planning on what to do next. I haven't decided. I've had a few things in the pipeline. I've had another appointment today. I've my eyes done. When I say have my eyes done, I've had an eye test, that's all. Not an optician test. I don't know if you know, I'm sort of low diabetic, and they have to go for ice cream. Not fun, but they do it. It's just to make sure that everything's fine. And that's done, that's over and done with now. I don't need to do that for another year. So I can concentrate on getting things done again before I hop off across the continent. I'm looking forward to that this time, this one. I am looking forward to this trip. I'm going to Amsterdam. Yeah. Really looking forward to it, actually. No, I don't do space cakes. No, I don't drink. I'm too tall. I've been all my life. I'm going to see if I can get this up to full speed now before it starts fiddling about again. Not far off, but it's just 18 miles short. Did anybody decide what they wanted to see on track? If you did, you know where the comments are. I've not noticed any comments in the other videos, so almost at full speed. I must say though, this 166, it gathers speed rather quickly. It takes a bit longer to reach maximum speed, but that's only to be, you accept that, don't you? Steady 100 down here. On this route there's 4 tunnels at the end, heading into San Francisco. It's a really good route this actually. I ran it the other day. I ran it 3 times on 3 different trains. The pacer quite slow. The high-speed train actually handles this whole track at between 125 and 132 miles an hour, and it handles it with confidence and ease. And I did do a film on it, I did do a video on it, but I decided I didn't want to do that one, so I deleted it, and now I'm doing this one. I ran the high speed twice. The first time I wanted to see how it copes with the corners. And it's really, really good. It is really, really good. I'm very impressed with the high speed GWR. I am. It's a really nice train. It handles the tracks well, it handles the corners well. Even the braking is spot on. I can't complain about that engine. And it's a lovely train. I've been on the same side quite a few times on different, different routes. They use them on the Western to London Euston line. They use them on there, and they use them also. I think they use them on the Manchester to Euston line as well. I'm not sure about the East Coast Main Line because I've never been down that route. I've always lived in the west of the country, you see, so I use the West Coast Main Line more than anything. But I don't know about you, but when I go on a train, I look for the scenery. I love scenery. I'm one of these people that, they say beauty's in the eye of the beholder. For me, beauty's in the eye of the skyline. And if you can see a really good scenic area, I love that. I really do love that. And it just, I just love seeing it, I like seeing all the countryside and things like that. I love it. Not many people actually, when they travel on the train, they don't notice it. It's a shame really, because there's some lovely sights to see. One of my favourite areas is on the Warrington to Chester line, Warrington Bankheath to Chester. It goes through a town called Ellesby, and on the left hand side as you're heading towards Chester, there's a mountain. It's not quite a mountain, it's a hill, but it's quite a steep hill. And when you look at it from a distance, my mother always used to say, when we were going to Wales, there's old man's beard. Now, I could never figure this out until I was older. And then I realised old man's beard is a small mountain, or a hill if you like. And when you look at it from a certain view, a certain distance, it literally looks like the face of a man on the rock side. And the trees at the bottom of the hill are a huge beard. And it took me that long to realise, and I thought, so that's what the heck she was talking about all these years. And I never realised until I actually saw it for myself. So if you're ever on that line and you come from Warrington Bankheath going to Chester and you see Frodsham coming up, then keep your eyes open for the mountain on the left hand side with a lot of trees at the bottom, and make sure you look at the rock face, because if you look at the rock face you will see a face amongst it, and it's so clear and it looks like a giant sleeping, literally. I don't know what other people call that hill. I really don't know what it's called. But I do understand it being called Old Man's Beard. But I have to see it for myself, you know what I mean? So yeah, have a look when you go on this time you go on the train. Have a look out the window. Don't just gabbing to whoever you've got with you. If you're alone it's even better, because you'd be surprised what you see when you're on your own travelling. I've seen all sorts of things. I'm not mentioning some things, but some things are feeling up. They're not right, do you know what I mean? They're a little bit rude. I've seen things made out of straw that, it's images and I can't get them out, never get them out of my head. It's just what people do in fields, what they make out of wheat and things. Once they put it in the straight to baling. And they make statues and things for people to see when you're on the train going by, and you'd be surprised what you see. Yeah, always keep your eyes open and keep the camera close, because it's easy to sight, especially during the harvest season. you know, like later on towards August, June, July, August, when the harvest of the crops, you know, and they're bringing in the wheat from the fields and stuff. You'd be surprised what you see. You see some like funny stuff. And people they don't realise that, you know, it's not something that you just spot. If you don't know what you're looking for, chances are you won't even see it. You've just got to keep your wits about you and, you know, your eyes open. But it just sees some funny sights. Farmers have got a great sense of humour, you know. They really do. I mean, I knew a farmer for a long, long time. I've worked on farms. And some of them have got quite good senses of humour. Excuse me. Well, we're not far away now. We've covered most of the 41 miles. As you can see, we're still doing 100 miles an hour. I'm not going to let that up yet. There is an area where I don't have a choice because the points are like 10 miles an hour and you're guaranteed to crash. So you've got to pull down on that in time. Sorry about that. And my screen tends to go dark after so long if I don't touch the joypad. But yeah, you know, there are some slow points along here that you can't help. You just got to be aware of them, you know. Especially if you're doing this kind of speed, because it can catch you off guard. It's like, oh, what's that route now? On the West Somerset line, there is an area where it will catch you out if you're not careful. If you're speeding, you know, like running through a non-stop like this, it will catch you out and it will hit you with a red light, even though it shouldn't be hitting you with a red light. A red light will appear, but you won't see it on your gauge. If you look at the top right of the screen, you can see all the green lights. All the green lights are signals. And you'll get one that's green. And then you might get an amber, which is the yellow one. And the one after, if it's the second amber, the third light will be a red if you're driving a service. If you're driving a normal, that amber light and the red light will move back because it knows you're non-stop. So anyway, now and again you will get an amber light, and as you approach it will stay amber, and just as you're about to go across it will turn the red and fail you. I've had it a couple of times. And it catches you off guard. I don't know if it's a bug, I'm not sure, but I haven't mentioned it to anybody. I've certainly not mentioned it to my pal who works with Dovetail, and I'm not telling anything to him. But I find it funny that it can just suddenly change from one to the other. It doesn't bother me, it just gives me a giggle that, you know, he's realised I'm speeding and it failed me just like that. And it's great fun. I enjoy it. I just leave it like that. I don't want anyone to change it. But if you ever come across it, let me know. There's a few bugs, a few glitches. Go on the Glossop line, and if you do a run from, what's it called now? It's a stop after, I can't remember what the hell it's called. It's not Dinty, it's not Glossop, but it's the other station. I can't remember what it's called now, it's just off the top of my head. But anyway, if you're coming back towards Manchester Piccadilly, from there is a certain section where it will stop you at a junction. Now, if you're in service, they'll tell you, to stop. And you can sit there for 3.5 hours and that light will not change. You can even contact the signalman time after time after time. Nothing happens. It stays dead. And that's been there since the very first time I played it. And it still tells me to finish that route. But I can't because that light won't change. And it's been there for like about 4 months now, if not longer. And it won't change. The red light will not change to green at all. And I'm stuck there and I really don't care. I just won't run that service to finish it. And this is why I rarely run service lines. Because there are bugs, there are glitches, but they don't bother to fix them. I'm going to have to slow down a bit now. This is it's a tight corner, this one. It can handle it. Or maybe that was the wrong one. There is another one that's a lot tighter. There's a lot gone on since yesterday. Yeah, this is going over a hill. The hill's a bridge. It's not going to stop me now. Yeah, so there are bugs and glitches throughout the game. There's nothing you can do about them. You know, they don't catch you up. It's like oh, where is it? There's one place, it's in Los Angeles. You go to Los Angeles and near the buildings, as you approach the station from Lancaster, it's on the Antelope line here. As you approach the station, there's a hole in the floor on the left hand side. If you walk near it, I guarantee it will crash your game. Guaranteed. The first time I went to it, it didn't give me a chance to walk away from it. It sucked me down the hole and it put me below the map. And I had to reset the Xbox because it would have broke it. So just be aware. You know, if you're going on the Los Angeles line from Lancaster on the Antelope, and you make it through to Los Angeles, just be careful because that hole on the left hand side is not protected. You know, there's nothing to stop you from getting anywhere near it and falling into it. It's just a hole in the ground. And you can literally look into it. You know, you can look aside, you can look into it or hover over it and look at it. And if you're not careful, it'll just go pump and you'll be under the map. So just be careful please, if you're playing that one. That's only a few things. There's one where, if you're doing the collectibles, there's one where you can do all the poles and there's no poles and they don't count because it says you've got 15 and you've only put up 14 and it doesn't allow you to do the other one. And yet they're all 15 of them are all stood up. But the last one isn't. And I don't know which one it is. And I can't finish that route because it won't let me. I'll tell you what the hardest one is. You know when they give you, when you're doing the collectibles, there's one of them that says there's holes in the fences. They're like looking for a needle in a haystack, quite literally. Yeah, so, you know, just be careful when you're playing. Because there are things that need patching, but they're not doing anything about it. And they're just little bits, and I suppose, they're concentrating more on getting out the next engine and the next route, you know. I think that's what it is, but they should have somebody put aside to fix these bugs and glitches, because they're going to break somebody's console one day. Because if it's mine, I'll be saying something. I mean, I don't beat about the bush. You know, anyone will tell you they know me. If you know me, they'll know you. They'll tell you that, I'll tell you straight, and if you don't like it, well, it's tough really. You know, because you're going to get both guns, or both barrels, as you say. I don't go back. When I know I'm in the right, I don't go back. Here's the first of the tunnels. There's 4 of these. There's 4 miles to go to the end. So I'm going to ease off now on the power, and I'm going to let it coast. This is the longest of the 4. But San Francisco Station is 10 miles an hour across the board. All the points are 10 miles an hour. Ignore that light mark on the screen. It's a reflection from a mirror. Doesn't it coast well, this? Don't you think? I had this route done completely in 25 minutes with the high-speed train, from start to finish. So I'm not doing bad, coming up on half an hour. Give it a little bit of need to power it down a bit. Not by much, but just enough to keep it going. I'll carry on coasting, I'm not using any power. I'm just slowly taking the speed away. I know I'm still on the wrong side of the tracks, and that will change when I get round up here to the last section. We'll be crossing 6 lots of points. We're only a mile away now from San Francisco, so there's a good song made back in the 60s about this city, you know, by a guy called Scott McKenzie. If you ever get a chance to listen to it, it's called San Francisco, Be Sure to Wear Some Flowers in Your Hair. It's a hippie type, swinging 60s type song, do you know what I mean? But it's brilliant. Have a listen. Look it up on YouTube. It was a big hit, that was with me anyway. Yes, I was around in the 60s, but I was only 8 years old at the time. Just power it down a bit. Get that speed down, ready for these points. See how easy it was getting across them points. Now, remember that last tunnel we come through a minute ago? See, when I parked the train up here, the back end of that train will still be halfway through that tunnel. So if you're a passenger on this train, I'm afraid you've got to get off and walk. There's no passengers on board. Right then, let me just you see the interior of these trains. Don't look comfortable, really comfortable. I can't get out of there now, I'm stuck inside. Look. I probably can get out the side actually. No, I can't, I've got to go like this. And then I can get back out again. That happens a lot. That does happen a lot. I just want to show you the I'm not going to go all the way to the end, I'll let you see how far it goes. You can see it from here. Can you see it right over there? You can follow the cursor. There it is over there, look. I'll just try and get in a bit more so you can see. It speeds up more when you're near the ground. This is made in the formation section, you know, the bit that's still beta testing. And it's just one long train all the way through. There's only one engine on the front, one engine on the back, that's it. There's 98 coaches. So it just shows you, it runs really well, doesn't it? For, you know, just with two engines. And as you can see, we're a long way out to San Francisco. Look at it right down there. Right, anyway, here's the city. I'm not going to show you anymore. See, look, this is what I like. You see this? I don't know if you can get any higher. You see the skyline? I love that. I absolutely love that. You know, it's sites like that that you don't find. You can't find that anywhere. You know, you need to seriously look around. There's one of those in Manchester as well. If you approach Manchester from where is it? You're coming into from Miles Platting. Because Miles Platting, I don't know if you know Manchester very well. Miles Platting is about, it's quite high above Manchester city centre itself, Miles Platting, and it goes down on a gradient all the way in. You know, because it's coming off part of the, I'm not sure exactly where it's coming off from. Anyway, it's like I say, it's high from Manchester, and you can see the skyline as you're coming in. Right, that can go. I am now done. I'm back in San Francisco from San Jose, and I'm going to go. So I hope you enjoyed that, because I did. It was fun. Now I'll be back with another one. I hope I haven't yacked your head off too much, and I shall be back, I don't know when.